So here we are. It's almost the middle of summer, and where's silver headed? Right back down to where it was before the big run up. During that time, all you were hearing about is how about was the next big run. It was going to 50. You better get your hands on it before it's gone. All the usual song and dance. But again, here we are watching price go down. Now, it does have, nothing goes straight up or straight down. It does have bumps, bump it back up a little bit, and then it just fades back down to where it was, somewhere in the low 20s. That's probably what's going to happen here. That being said, there's so much effort being put into, propping up the bullion dealers, making profit, and that's fine, right? That's the market capitalist society that we live in. But have you ever thought about how much effort goes into making a profit off of you from bullion dealers or just the silver industry in general? Now think about it. Again, there's so many mantras out there. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Oh, physical asset, protection against, fiat. So many different things that you can, attribute to silver giving you an advantage over, people who don't have it. Same thing could be said of gold, although I would personally say that gold gives you much more recognizability than silver, much more liquidity as well. But the interesting thing is, when you think about the actual marketing, of the bullion dealers and the way that, things are phrased and things are set up, it really has changed, especially post-pandemic. Now, an example of that is pre-pandemic. I mean, you could go online and, order bullion. Most companies had $99, free shipping. Premiums were relatively modest, and it seemed like a much simpler time. After the pandemic, it seems like the bullion dealers have really seized on taking advantage of every possible fear narrative that there could be with silver stacking and silver collecting. It's interesting though, when you think about, even the little things that we take for granted in silver. Think about something like, when you visit an online bullion dealers, JM Bullion, APMEX, Hero Bullion, ST Bullion, and you look and you're seeing, the way that they price bullion. It's, such and such dollars over spot. And again, like you're looking at it and your first instinct would be, anytime there's a big drop, oh, the prices there should change, because it's so many dollars over spot. But what you'll quickly realize is that no, the prices are basically the same. It's just that whatever spot went down, now that's considered premium. Now think about that. Think about that word premium. Oh, this is a premium that you pay. Like, that is a great marketing gimmick with precious metals, that they call, the profit margin the premium. In other words, to infer that, by paying this, you're getting some type of additional value. It's really crazy, because even something as simple as that, the verbiage they're using, the words that they're using to describe what it is that you're paying, makes it seem like something it's not. Now, what if instead of calling it the premium, they just called it what it is, the fee that you're charging? If it was called the fee, then that obviously invokes a completely different, thought process from your brain. You'd be telling yourself, what the heck? I'm not paying a 20% fee, a 25% fee to purchase silver. That's ridiculous. And yet when you call it a premium, people open their wallet hand over fist because I'm paying a premium for a premium item. Ridiculous. But see, stackers don't realize that you've been conditioned to believe these things. You've been conditioned to just accept that, the premium is something you got to pay to, hold a physical asset. Why? Again, now, I hear some of you already that the wheels are turning, and some of you are saying, well, spot's not a real representation of the cost of silver or the price of silver. It's more based on the futures prices or, different things like that. Yes, there are merit to all of those different, things that you're thinking of. But the reality is, like I said, it all comes back down to, at the end of the day, when you call things, a premium, it really does, set a different mentality for the buyer. You're really setting a different expectation and making it seem like the client's getting something, or the buyer is getting something that, of a higher value. But if it were called a fee and it was 20 to 30%, right off the bat, the warning bells would go off in your head. But because it's called a premium, it doesn't. This is a big deal because, again, these are the things, especially for new stockers, they don't realize that these things are going on. They don't realize that, hey, this is how it works, or, the pros and cons. All they know is, hey, online it says I got to pay this, and so I'm going to pay this. That's their world. People who've been stocking for decades, I mean, you've seen the insane rise, and not only, obviously, the spot price. I mean, spot price has definitely climbed. But not only that, the insane rise in premiums. I can only, you'll hear plenty of stockers talk about, oh, way back when, I was stocking since spot was $8 or whatever the heck. But you never really hear them mention whatever the premium was at that time. And that's important, right? It's definitely important. If you were paying, a 5% premium, maybe even a 10% premium, that's a lot different than a 30% premium. Silver and stocking is one of those things where, not enough emphasis is placed on you being underwater from the first day that you buy it. So that value, that money that you're putting towards premiums, you really have to be getting some type of big value out of it. If not, you're getting screwed. There's no doubt about it. And who's laughing about that? The bullion dealers. The bullion dealers, the bullion shills, everyone who makes money down that line there, they're the ones who are laughing all the way to the bank, while you believing you're putting your money into a safe asset or a protection of your value. Yeah, great. It's a protection of your value where you start off 30% underwater. That's crazy. The only time you'd accept something like that is for precious metals. Anything else, if it was a stock, hey, you're going to buy it 30% over value, from day one, and then you got to make that up before you see any real profit. You'd be like, that's crazy. I would never do that. But for some reason, it's become accepted in the bullion community. Now, there's definitely, again, there's an argument to be made there from the established stockers that, silver spot price is a non-accurate reflection of what it costs to attain silver. Okay, that is understandable. However, it's definitely not a 30% premium on top of, whatever the spot price is. That's for sure. Who's making that cut? Well, look at the bullion industry. Look at how they've consolidated. What is it? 3 companies dominate the market. A-Mark, I forget the other 2. But it's crazy. It's clearly an oligopoly of a few companies that just dominate the industry. And we've all just come to accept that this is the way it is. There's no way around it. Your hard-earned money could be earning much better returns elsewhere. Yeah, they'd be fiat returns, but still. I mean, money is money at the end of the day. You can turn around, you hear so many times stockers that really take the time to say that they're not going to use particular mediums. I don't want to use stocks. I don't want to use, crypto or whatever it is because I don't believe in it. It's not a physical. So you're willing to overpay for physical bullion. And then on top of that, you're willing to, be underwater for an extended period just because you don't understand how, the opportunities that are there for your money. It really is ridiculous, and it's kind of frustrating, like I said, because you see so many of the people that could be, lifelong stackers like previous generations, but they get turned off by those things. And why do they get turned off by it? Because they're the ones that get burned. The more that the community opens up about that and really addresses it, what power do we have? Not really much, because at the end of the day, the only voice you can speak with is your wallet. Will there always be people there willing to buy bullion? Yeah, probably. And especially, again, with the hype marketing machine that they've turned it into, there are always going to be suckers out there who hear about gold and silver, who see the precious metals IRA commercial, or who watch the late night infomercial with the super inflated gold double eagle, whatever it is. You're going to find that, and that's going to be the law of the land. That being said, again, it's the new people who suffer.